Here from sunny James C. Fox Field for some non-conference Division III baseball action this afternoon at University of Lynchburg. Christopher Newport is the visiting team. Captains coming in receiving votes in the top 25 poll. The record of 15-7, just 6-4 away from home though. And Christopher Newport will face off with University of Lynchburg senior Michael Reiskin, the right-hander on the mound. Florida native. First pitch in for a strike to Christopher Newport's center fielder, Connor Clark. Clark, the senior from Chesapeake, the left-handed batter's box. Watches a curveball miss, 1-1 now the count. My name's Mark Robertson, Sports Information Director here at University of Lynchburg. Along for the ride with you here today. Joe Hutzler, the voice of the Hornets, will be joining us later on in the ball game. Dealing with some things across campus right now, as one does on a Tuesday afternoon. See Clark foul that one off. 1-2 now the count. These two teams met earlier in the year. Lynchburg winning that first matchup between the two by a 4-1 score on March the 17th. That one over in Newport News, obviously. Captains make the trip here today to finish out the home-and-home contract. 2-2, Reiskin. Fastball fouled off. Reiskin, 2-2. Another one fouled off, that one in on the hands of Clark. Count stays 2-2 here to the captain's leadoff hitter. Reiskin 2-0 on the year with a 2.45 ERA. That one chopped to first. Muffed by Jackson, the first baseman, and now thrown away. Clark would have had an opportunity to go to second as Chris Martin, the catcher, was not backing up the errant throw. Either way, that'll go down as a leadoff E3. Not a good start there for the Hornet defense. Captains, however, have their leadoff man aboard. I'll bring up Jonathan Fisher. Fisher, the shortstop, hitting second in the order today. Junior from Chantilly. Reddy's in the right-handed batter's box. Reiskin set. First pitch fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. I was saying Reiskin 2-0. Both those wins actually came on the same day, although if you look back at Lynchburg's box scores, they won't look like it. It's because he entered in the 10th inning of a suspended game with Greensboro College, earned the win in relief in that one, and then went on to also earn the win in the second game. So he started that one. Kind of one of those funky Division III things that happens. Of course, you'll see April 1st is the box score, is the throw over Clark back in time. April 1st is the date on the box score. That game was actually finished April 6th. So April Fools to you. Reiskin the winner in both of those. The throw over again, that one much closer. Clark in just under it, however. This one chopped toward first. Jackson picks it up. We'll tag out the batter runner, Fisher, for out number 1 of the ball game. Much more sure-handed effort from Garrett Jackson at that point. Clark moving up to second on the play. It'll go down as a 3 unassisted. It will function basically the same as a sacrifice bunt would have. And the captain's catcher, Eric O'Brien, steps in. Reiskin's first offering fouled straight back. The fastball in the outer half. O'Brien hitting .333 in 21 games for Christopher Newport. No homers, but 23 RBI. They've got Clark as he broke early. He's able to get back in safely and is awarded third base. I don't know if the call was a balk or obstruction or what. You can't commit obstruction if you're not making a play on the ball. So Alvano's called for obstruction there, although he obviously was making a play on the ball. So Clark now to third. Sorry for my confusion there. One and one now the count to O'Brien. That one grounded up the middle. Ryan Long, the shortstop, slides, keeps it in the infield. Nice throw over to first, but not quite in time to get the Christopher Newport catcher, and that will be an RBI infield single for Eric O'Brien. That'll bring up Kyle Schofield, batting cleanup and playing right field today for the Captains. First pitch swinging, chopped to second. Alvanos over to second for, it got by the shortstop Long and into left field, and everybody's safe. So the Hornets looking quite sloppy here on defense in the top of the first, the second error of the inning. I think that one will go against P.J. Alvanos at second on the throw. Here's Scott Crossan, the left fielder. So what should have been a double play ball to get the Hornets out of the inning turns into an error and no outs. This one, first pitch also back to Alvanos, shovels to second, over to first for what appeared to be two. Everybody on the infield thought it was, but Crossan is safe. And that'll go down as an RBI fielder's choice. Coach Jones not enjoying that call. So 2-0, Christopher Newport here in the top of the first. Two down. Jay Cassidy, who's pitching today for CNU, steps in. Cassidy going to have a 2-run lead at least to work with when he takes the mound for the first time. Reiskind, first pitch, catches the top of the zone, strike one. Crossan, the runner on first, reached on the fielder's choice. Reiskind catches the outside corner there. 0-2 now. Reiskind set and delivers. Misses outside. 1-2 the count. Throw over, not in time. Still 1-2, two out. 2 runs already in for CNU here in the top of the first. Jay Cassidy at bat, trying to help himself out. Reiskind set, and the pitch. That one skied out toward left center. Doesn't look like anybody's going to get there. It falls in. It's going to go for extra bases and probably bring in another run. Carson throws it in and misses the cutoff man, so no chance at throwing Crossan out at the plate. And that's an RBI double for Jay Cassidy, who indeed does help himself out. And that's a 3-run lead for the Captains here in the first. Second baseman Ethan Weaver now. Weaver, a freshman. Local guy for the Captains. He's a Williamsburg product. Watches ball one there. Cassidy, the runner at second. Michael Reiskin looking to get out of this inning. Curveball in there for strike one. 1-1 now the count. Around the Hornet defense, Chris Martin getting the nod at catcher today. Garrett Jackson at first. P.J. Alvanos at second. Ryan Long at short. And Gavin Collins, the freshman, at third base. That one fouled off to right field. Way out of play. Speaking of right field, Parker Schaefer is out there today. Kinston Carson patrolling center and Avery Neves in left. The defensive alignment for the Hornets. 1-2. Captain's already with 3 runs in. Reiskin set, checks the runner. Misses low with a fastball. 2-2 now. Reiskin gets the sign from Martin. Time called by the batter. Extended run through signs there with a runner on second. Trying not to give anything away. 2-2. Now he's set. And the pitch misses in the dirt. Ball 3. Weaver hitting .286 in 17 games. He's got 4 doubles and 1 triple. Check swing there as the ball gets away from Martin. Calls inside, throws down to Jackson, and the Hornets are finally out of the inning, but not before some damage. 3 runs in the top of the first for Christopher Newport. Lynchburg will be up in the bottom of the first when we get back. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for the bottom of inning number 1 at University of Lynchburg. Hornets already facing a 3-0 deficit. Today's non-conference game with Christopher Newport. 3 unearned runs, a couple sloppy defensive plays for Lynchburg there in the top of the first. As the Hornets in an early hole. Parker Schaefer in to see what he can do about it. Playing right field today is the senior. And he watches strike 1 in from Jay Cassidy, who's already helped himself out. An RBI double in the first for the captain's pitcher. 0-1 count. That one popped up to right. Schofield stumbles around under it, but he does eventually reel it in for out number 1. Going to go down as an F9 for Schaefer. And here's Garrett Jackson, former ODAC Rookie of the Year, playing first base today for the Hornets. Digs in. Cassidy, working from the stretch, is set and fires in for strike number 1. The 0-1. Like a breaking ball that floated, never broke down in there. Misses for ball 1. Jackson hitting .262. He's played all 32 of the Hornets games this year. Third on the team with 33 hits. Chases that one, maybe a back foot slider. For strike number 2, 1-2 the count. Jackson, 7 home runs, 28 RBI. Ranks second on the team in both of those categories. Fights that one off. High fastball. It's still 1-2. Cassidy, 1-2 record on the mound. This season. 3.68 ERA. Jackson hits that one high and deep to center field, carrying back out, and it is gone. A solo home run for Garrett Jackson, his 8th of the year, and Lynchburg is on the board. Jackson on a 1-2 count saw something he could elevate and got the barrel to it. So just like that, it is 3-1. Here with one out in the bottom of the first, and Kinston Carson steps in. Graduate student in his 3rd season with the program. One of several Lynchburg spring athletes using that eligibility waiver that the pandemic provided them to continue his education here at University of Lynchburg and also help out the baseball team. Check swing there. Home plate umpire says he went for strike 2. Pet peeve of mine when umpires refuse to check with their guys down the line on a check swing when the guy's right there, nothing else to do. There's ball 1. This is high and tight. Carson hitting .321 on the year. 7 doubles, 2 homers, 31 runs driven in. Won't drive any in that time as he waves strike 3 for out number 2 of the first. In steps Avery Neves. The base is empty and 2 down. Hornets left fielder, a newcomer to the program this year. And all he's done is become one of the best offensive performers in Division III. He's hitting .390, 9 homers and 49 RBI in just 32 games is the sophomore. First pitch swinging there, pops it up to center. Captains were playing deep on Neves, but Connor Clark runs that down. And that will go for out number 3 of the inning. So Lynchburg gets one back on a solo home run by Garrett Jackson. After 1 inning of play, it's Christopher Newport 3, Lynchburg 1. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network. Back here for inning number 2 at Fox Field. Christopher Newport already with a 3-1 lead as Cameron Wallace toes in the batter's box. Big freshman, 6 foot 225 from Virginia Beach. Playing first base for the Captains today, but he finds himself in an 0-2 hole courtesy of Michael Reiskind. Reiskind, the right-hander, the 0-2. Wallace swings through that one and a quick 1-2-3 strikeout for the Hornets senior. Reiskind, beloved in the athletic department, as an intern with the strength and conditioning coaching staff. And Coach Smith, Coach Wilson do a great job up there. Michael there early in the morning, helping Lynchburg student athletes across the department get stronger and well on his way to a successful career in that whenever he's done playing ball. Reiskind misses there with a fastball, now 2-0 to Braden Hodges, Captain's third baseman. Swinging. Ryan Long there at short with a nice play in the hole. Dug out by Jackson at first, and they say that the throw pulled him off the bag. Boy, I sure didn't see that. Hodges may have beaten the throw. That I would understand, but the umpire signaled that Jackson's foot pulled away from the base. Nonetheless, another leadoff base runner, one out base runner for the Captains. That'll turn the lineup card over, and Connor Clark, who was that leadoff base runner in the first, steps in for his second plate appearance. Clark reached on an error, the catalyst for the Captains' 3 runs in the first. Rice can throw over, but Hodges back in time. Christopher Newport's speedy center fielder came around to score on an infield single by Eric O'Brien last inning. Now in the driver's seat here as the count reaches 2-0. Clark hitting .287 entering competition today. Has a homer and 11 RBI. Chops that one to first. Jackson fields it, throws to second. Long, the turn. Reiskind covering, and they say they turned it. So after some sloppy defense in the first, a really nice defensive play for the Hornets gets them out of the second on that 3-6-1 double play. You know, your garden variety 3-6-1. Well, through 1.5. It's Christopher Newport 3, Lynchburg 1. This is Hornets baseball on LHSN. Back here for bottom of 2. Lynchburg and Christopher Newport squaring off in non-conference baseball action. Captains with an early 3-1 lead, all the scoring and running happening in the first inning. Gavin Collins leads off the second for the Hornets. Freshman third baseman watches strike one over the outside corner, courtesy of Jay Cassidy. Hornets got one run across against the captain southpaw in the first. It was a solo home run by Garrett Jackson. Cassidy, of course, the beneficiary of 3 first-inning runs from his own offense. One off his own bat. Had an RBI double there in the first. Collins' big swing right through that. Now 1-2. Gavin hitting .313 on the year, 26 games. Took over the primary job as the third baseman pretty early in the year. Watches that one skip in for ball 2. He's done a nice job. A little bit of slug here for the middle of the order. 8 doubles, 3 triples, and a homer, and 21 runs driven in. He's also scored 21 times. And he's 8 for 10 stealing bags, so pretty productive freshman year so far for the young third baseman. 2-2 here, and he's called out on strikes as that fastball actually catches a lot of the plate. And so there is out number 1 of the second inning. Here's Riley O'Donovan, who's the Hornets' DH today. O'Donovan, a little bit of limited action. Seen a lot of pinch hit appearances. He can catch, he can play a little bit of anywhere. Today he's DHing. Hitting .200. Just 4 for 20 so far on the season. He does have 3 RBI, and he's in an early 0-1 hole here. Cassidy pitching from the stretch. Fastball chopped too short. That one is mishandled, and O'Donovan's going to be safe. Fisher not able to catch that cleanly. And Lynchburg will have a 1-out base runner. Hornets like to run as a team. O'Donovan, not much of a threat on that himself, usually. Well, he hasn't attempted one yet this year. See what they do with P.J. Alvanos at the plate. Alvanos, the reigning Hornet of the week, hit over 500 last week for Lynchburg. Hitting .269 on the season, and watches ball 1 missed there. P.J. with 3 doubles and a triple so far this season. Done a great job getting on base. 15 walks in 24 games. Cassidy set. Fakes the runner. Misses low with a fastball, 2-0. Alvanos, the second baseman, steps in. Looking for something to drive here, 2-0. Cassidy, the pitch. Well, he got something to drive, rolled over on it to first. Go for the force out at first, and that's all they will get as O'Donovan moves up to second. Wallace electing to take the sure out there, so Alvanos is out 3 unassisted. We'll move the base runner up, though. And now a man in scoring position for number 7, Chris Martin. Martin, a local product for the Hornets. Bedford, Virginia native. Graduated early, but elected to stick around here at Lynchburg, pursuing his MBA. Using the rest of his eligibility. Looks like a slider miss for ball 1. Slider cutter, I'm not too keen on Cassidy's repertoire, so forgive me if I'm off on one of them. I'm going to call it a slider. Either way, it's 1-0. O'Donovan, the runner on second, off to an aggressive lead. One looked like a changeup in the dirt. 2-0 now. 3-1, Christopher Newport, bottom of the second. 2 outs and a runner on second. Lynchburg trying to inch closer in this game. Cassidy set. Long look back at second. Another look back at second. Now he's coming home. Fastball misses below the knees. 3-0 now. Chris Martin, the Hornet catcher. He's hitting .256 on the year. He's driven in 10 runs. Looking for number 11 there in O'Donovan at second. 3-0. Catches the outside corner now, 3-1. Cassidy, just 8 walks. That one rolled too short. Fisher, backhand, throws in the dirt, and it will get away. O'Donovan's going to score on the error. And Lynchburg takes advantage of a couple of Christopher Newport miscues. And is now a 3-2 ball game here in the second. There's Fisher's second error of the inning with the low throw. That'll bring Ryan Long to the plate. Freshman shortstop. Long has appeared in 25 of Lynchburg's 32 games this year. Again, kind of won the job early in the season, has been the everyday shortstop since. He started 20 games, hitting .286. 16 runs batted in. First pitch catches the outside corner from Cassidy, and it's 0-1. Lynchburg trying to take more advantage of some sloppy fielding play by Christopher Newport. Couple errors in the inning. 2 errors for both teams up on the scoreboard. That one a nice stop by the catcher O'Brien to keep Martin at first. 1-1 the count. Cassidy, the pitch. Breaking ball. Misses apparently. 2-1. Long, the freshman from over that way, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Frank Cox High School grad. Looking for the 2-1. Swinging, rolled too short. Fisher this time will take the sure out at second, and that will get Christopher Newport out of the inning. But not before Lynchburg inches a little bit closer. After 2, it's CNU 3. Lynchburg 2, this is Hornet Baseball on LHSN. Back here for top of inning number 3 at Fox Field. Lynchburg cut another hole in the deficit in the bottom of the second with a run. And first pitch swinging for Jonathan Fisher. Skies that one out to right. Schaefer on the run cannot quite get there down the line. It'll land foul just for strike 1. Schaefer lost his hat on the play and his sunglasses. Yard sale out there. Ran into the fence a little bit, but he looks to be all right. And new life for Fisher. Shortstop grounded out to first in his first at bat. Reiskin set and the 0-1. Fastball, and that one back up the middle, and there's a base knock for Fisher. Fourth hit of the ball game for CNU. And another leadoff man aboard. Captains have had traffic in all 3 innings so far. Scored 3 in the first. Nothing in the second, however. This man has one of the captain's hits. Eric O'Brien watching ball 1. A nice stop by Chris Martin behind the plate. O'Brien had an RBI single there in the first. For the first of CNU's 3 runs. Throw over, not nearly in time. Captain's a little bit active on the base paths. 29 for 35 as a team this year. And that one struck out to left center field. It should go down as a single. Neves gets over, cuts it off, and the throw to third holds runners at first and second. Little end of the bat line drive for O'Brien. He's 2 for 2. Here's Kyle Schofield. Grounded into a fielder's choice that Lynchburg could not get an out on in the first, prolonging that 3-run first inning. Schofield hitting .307 entering play today. Squares to bunt and pulls it back. Watches strike 1. Not too often that you see the cleanup hitter square around the bunt. Let's see if they do it again now. Reiskin checks. And he will square to bunt, fouled back off of himself. And now the count is 0-2 to Schofield. I doubt they'll have their big right fielder try to sacrifice this time. But we'll see what John Harvell wants to do. Sometimes non-conference games like this, you teach a guy a lesson. You got to get that bunt down. Put some pressure on him. Not this time. That one to the backstop. Martin just must have been crossed up. I think Chris was expecting that to break, and it didn't. Now Lynchburg's going to have a conversation here. Martin and Reiskin, make sure that they're on the same page with the signs. They do get a little bit complicated when you got a runner on second, but one of those things you want to have down. So after the wild pitch, runners are on second and third here with 2 outs in the third inning. Excuse me, no outs in the third inning. 1-2 the count. Pitch to Schofield. He chased it, strike 3. Hits his bat in frustration. Not a pitch you want to swing at. And there's the first out of the inning. So here's Scott Crossan. Reached on a fielder's choice, beat out a double play that would have ended the inning. Setting up the third run. Well, excuse me, it scored the second and then set up the third. You see ball 1 miss from Reiskin. 1-0, one out. Runners on second and third. Crossing the batter, Reiskin the pitcher. Lynchburg senior comes set. And the pitch. Fastball outside. Reiskin, long time taking the sign. The 2-0. Swung on and missed, 2-1. Crossing the freshman outfielder from Chesapeake. Good mix of young and old in this Christopher Newport lineup. That one barreled up, but right at Carson in center. And he will elect to throw to the cutoff man, and that will go down as a sac fly for Scott Crossan. Hit it right on the button, just right at Kinston Carson. So now 4-2 ball game. 2 outs, runner on second. CNU looking to do more damage. This man did it last time. The pitcher, Jay Cassidy, slugged an RBI double with 2 down in the top of the first. Reiskin, first pitch, breaking ball in there. 0-1 to Cassidy. Cassidy leading this CNU team in batting average, hitting .377. Only played in 15 games. Breaking ball there misses. Also second on the Christopher Newport team with 3 home runs. CNU tends to hit a lot of those. Small ballpark over there in Newport News. Fastball spiked. 2-1. Still a long time getting those signs with the runner at second. Reiskin delivers. That one swung on, hit to center. Carson retreating toward the warning track. He will drift onto the track and make the catch for out number 3. So 1 run on 2 hits and the sac fly for Christopher Newport in the top of the third. And it is 4-2 ball game. Lynchburg coming to bat here in the bottom of the third. This is Hornet Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network. Bottom of the third here at Fox Field. Parker Schaefer leading off for the Hornets, squares to bunt and pulls it back. Watching strike one. Probably just a temperature check for the defense there. See how quickly Hodges was paying attention. Maybe draw him in. More likely to get a hard hit ground ball by the third baseman then. Cassidy misses with that one. 1-1 now the count to the Lynchburg leadoff hitter. Schaefer flew out to right in his first at bat. 1-1, skips out of the way. 2-1 now. Cassidy, yet another one of these freshmen in the lineup for CNU. .6'4", 215. Big left-hander like this. Usually guys like that get scooped up by scholarship programs, so Cassidy must have seen something he liked at Christopher Newport. That one chopped to third. Hodges, the throw across the diamond, and there's out number one. Of course, it could be as simple as he just wanted to go to a good school and play two ways. Here's Garrett Jackson. Jackson responsible for Lynchburg's first run of the ball game, a solo homer to center. Watches ball one here. Jackson 8 home runs on the season. Lynchburg has scored a lot of its runs with the long ball this year. Total of 21 for the team. Strike one there to Jackson. Cassidy, deep breath and the pitch. That one chopped to short. Fisher, backhand play, throws across the diamond. Nice play by the captain shortstop for out number two. So here's Kinston Carson. Base is empty, 2 out for Carson, who struck out swinging his first time up. Lynchburg center fielder watches a curveball in there for strike number one. Carson lines that one to center, and that'll fall for a base hit. Just the second hit of the ball game for Lynchburg. We'll bring up Avery Neves. Neves the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the third. Slight breeze blowing out. Bodes well for the ODAX leader in home runs and RBI. Carson will run. He's 13 of 16 stolen base attempts. Second on the team behind the man at the plate, Neves. Cassidy looks him back and delivers low for ball one. Nice job on the ball in the dirt there by the catcher, O'Brien. The bluff probably did save him a base there, though, as Carson got a bad read and did try to retreat instead of grabbing his secondary. Carson leaning back toward first again, and there's strike one from Cassidy. Nobody warming in the Hornet pen, so Reiskind Expected to throw a fourth inning, it would seem. Cassidy, long hold. Kicks, no look, and that one fouled off by Neves. Neves, the sophomore from Reston, Virginia. Stands 6'2", 225. Imposing figure there in the box. Tall left-hander delivers. That one popped up on the infield. Second baseman calling for it. And Ethan Weaver will make the catch on the pop-up for out number 3. So nothing doing for the Hornets in the third. Third of the way through this ball game. Christopher Newport leads 4-2. This is Lynchburg baseball on LHSN. Top of the fourth inning. Here's Ethan Weaver. Lead things off for Christopher Newport. Second baseman, first pitch swinging. Swings right through it. 0-1 now the count. To Weaver, who struck out his first time up. Reiskin delivers, and that one hit sharply past the third baseman and into left field for a leadoff single. Third time in 4 tries that Christopher Newport's put the leadoff man aboard. Captain scored the first 2 times they achieved that. Here's Cam Wallace, another strikeout victim. Captain's first baseman squares to bunt and misses. 4 strike 1. Chris Martin thought about the back pick over there. Weaver a little aggressive with the secondary with the bunt play on. Reiskin gets the sign. Weaver is lead. Wallace squares to bunt and gets it down this time. Nice bunt. Reiskin's only play will be to get the first baseman there at first. Dangerous throw there on the inside of the base. Outside of the base, excuse me. Should have been on the inside. But Jackson deftly pulls it back and avoids collision. So 1-3 on the sacrifice for Christopher Newport. And here's Braden Hodges. Hodges singled his first time. Reiskin checks the runner at second, and that one will get away from the catcher. And Weaver is up to third. Second wild pitch of the day for Reiskin. Movement starting in the Lynchburg bullpen. Reiskin misses there with ball 2. Angel Caizo. Caizo is one of the few left-handers on the Lynchburg roster. Ball 3 also in the dirt. Chris Martin. A nice job keeping that in front. Probably saved a run. 3-0, one out, runner on third. Hodges the hitter, Reiskin the pitcher. Righty comes set, and the 3-0 misses inside. And a one-out walk. It'll turn the lineup card over for Christopher Newport. Here's Connor Clark. Clark reached on an error in the first, grounded into an inning-ending double play in the second. Did the CNU center fielder. Another double play would suit the Hornets well right now. First pitch swinging, fouled off over the third base dugout. Expect Reiskin to keep things low in the zone here. And that one is chopped to second. Alvanos to short for one. Over to first. And Clark beats it out. Be an RBI fielder's choice for the CNU center fielder. And it is now a 5-2 Christopher Newport lead here with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Jonathan Fisher, 1 for 2. He singled last time up. Quick move over to first, not in time. Clark on his toes over there. Reiskin, another throw over. This one gets up the line by Jackson, and Clark's going to move up to second. Error on the failed pickoff attempt there. And now another runner in scoring position for CNU. Infield playing back now, 2 out in the inning. Everybody steps off and resets. Reiskin trying to wriggle out of this. Only 1 run across. Base hit here by Fisher would score a second, almost certainly. Clark dancing around, and that one lines softly to second. Alvanos bodies it up and recovers in time to throw over to first for out number 3. That was a close one for the Hornets. But Lynchburg gets out of it with just 1 run on the RBI fielder's choice by Connor Clark. It's CNU 5, Lynchburg 2 through 3.5. This is Lynchburg Baseball on LHSN. Bottom of the 4th inning at University of Lynchburg's Fox Field. Division III baseball action here on LHSN. I'm Mark Robertson, Sports Information Director here at the University. Hoping to be joined by Joe Hutzler here later on. Hornets facing a 5-2 deficit here against Christopher Newport. Jay Cassidy misses with ball 1. to Gavin Collins. Collins, a victim of the strikeout his first time up, of the looking variety, that is. Finds himself ahead 2-0 here, leading off the fourth. CNU with 3 runs in the first. Lynchburg responded with single runs in the bottom of the first and bottom of the second. Now the captains with a run in the third and a run in the fourth. Collins' check swing there is said he went around, and now it's 2-1. Cassidy, the 2-1. Slider breaks into the zone, and Collins fights it away. 2-2 now. Lynchburg third baseman digs back in. Waggles the bat. Cassidy the pitch. That one hit towards short. Fisher scoops it up. Throws across for out number 1. Both defensive seem to have settled down after some miscues early. Beneficiary of one of those miscues was this man, Riley O'Donovan. Freshman reached on an error by Fisher, the shortstop, in the second. Cassidy, the first pitch. Check swing, missed low, apparently. Asking for help, and apparently O'Donovan did go around, so excuse me, that's strike 1. 0-1 the count on Riley O'Donovan. A sportsmanship warning has been assessed to the Hornets, whatever that means. I'm sure that's written in some rule book somewhere. In any case, counts 0-1. CNU having trouble with the signs. So Donovan will step out and step back in. Now Cassidy ready with the 0-1. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now to Riley O'Donovan. Freshman from Reston, Virginia. Swings there 0-2, chop to third. Hodges the play and the throw for out number 2. Two quick outs now for the captains. And here's P.J. Alvanos. Hornets second baseman steps in. He's 0 for 1. The ground out to first his first time up. Cassidy's first pitch in there, breaking ball, strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on and line to right field. That will get down for a hit. P.J. Alvanos joins the hit parade. With a 2-out single here in the fourth. That'll move the line on down to Chris Martin. Hornet catcher digs in after reaching on a throwing error his first time up. That error allowed Lynchburg's second run of the ball game to score. Martin watches a curveball catch the outside corner, apparently for strike 1. 0-1, 2 outs. Alvanos the runner at first. Cassidy looks him back. Alvanos moving. It's a strike on the pitch. And a great throw by O'Brien will get the captains out of the inning. Aggressive base running does not pay off for the Hornets. And we're through 4 here on Fox Field. CNU 5, Lynchburg 2. This is Hornet Baseball on LHSN. Back here for top of the 5th inning on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network. Eric O'Brien, as it so often happens, made a tremendous play defensively. Perfect throw down to second to catch the attempted steal of P.J. Alvanos. And now he leads it off with a single here in the 5th. Does the CNU catcher. So the 4th time in 5 tries that Christopher Newport has the leadoff man on base. They've scored in the other 3, have the captains. Kyle Schofield reached on an error and struck out so far today. Schofield watches ball 1 miss from Michael Reiskind. Reiskind allowed 5 runs through 4 innings, but just 2 of them earned. Sloppy defense in the first did not help his cause. That one's grounded just foul, gloved by Collins, who will get it back over to the mound. CNU has touched Reiskind up for 7 hits so far. But it's not like they've been rockets all over the ballpark. A lot of infield hits. Scattered out. He's been in the zone. As evidence there, it's 1-2 now. O'Brien, the runner at first. And Schofield strikes out for the 2nd time today. Chased one in the dirt. Strikeout number 4 for Michael Reiskind. And here is Scott Crossan. Crossan reached on a fielder's choice first time up, had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd, and watches strike 1 there. Reiskind set and the pitch. That one chopped to short, long, over to second to Alvanos. Alvanos, the turn is not in time. And the Hornets will get just 1 out on the play. It'll go down as a fielder's choice. And here is the pitcher, Jay Cassidy. Hornets able to cut down the lead runner there. More action in the Hornet bullpen as Kendrick Creasy is over there getting ready. Saw Collazo a little bit ago. Oh, 1 now to Cassidy. Reiskin looking to get through this 5th inning. That one goes 5-hole on Martin. And the runner will move up. So crossing into scoring position now on the wild pitch. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. The pitch, breaking ball, strike 2. Fairly generous outside corner for both pitchers, so nothing to complain about there on the strike zone. Been consistent all afternoon. Reiskin steps off and walks crossing back to second base. Nobody covering, just started walking that way. The pitch, back up the middle, and that'll be a base hit, and we'll score a run. Kinston Carson gets it back in to hold Cassidy to a single, but Christopher Newport again with the leadoff base runner, and again scoring in the inning. It's now 6-2. And Ethan Weaver here looking to add to it for the Captains. Weaver struck out in the first, singled in the 4th. That one, first pitch swinging, skied to right, Schaefer drifting back, under it and makes the play, so no further damage. But a single run for the 3rd straight inning gives Christopher Newport a 6-2 advantage. Midway through here on Fox Field, this is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network. Bottom of the 5th inning, Christopher Newport 6, Lynchburg 2. Chris Martin leading things off for the Hornets. He was at bat in the 4th. PJ Alvanos was caught stealing to end that inning. Now the Hornet catcher will try to lead things off himself here an inning later. That one hit sharply to short. Fisher all over it and across for out number 1. Martin hit it hard, but he was right at the captain defense. Here's Ryan Long, Lynchburg's freshman shortstop, is 0 for 1. Hornets just 2 runs on 3 hits. They've committed 3 errors in the field. CNU, 6 runs on 8 hits, committed 2 errors of their own. Cassidy, first pitch misses high with the fastball, 1-0 now. Left-hander set now, the pitch. Misses inside, 2-0. Cassidy, deep breath, now the 2-0. Fastball inner half, that one fouled off hard down the line. 2-1 now. Cassidy gets some dirt out from his cleats. Long takes a little walk, a shrug. Now both parties are ready. And the 2-1, breaking ball in there. Good pitch and a hitter's count there by the CNU left-hander. 2-2 the count. Cassidy, the 2-2. Struck him out. That'll be out number 2 of the inning as Long goes down on strikes. And here's Parker Schaefer. Hornets right fielder is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right field and grounded out to third. As the speedy right-handed hitter. Schaefer playing right today. That's where he's been more often than not lately. He's played pretty much everywhere in his time with Lynchburg. Watches ball 1 missed there. He's the everyday shortstop as a freshman. Sort of. Played a lot of second base too, a little bit of third, a little bit of corner outfield, even played a little bit of center field. Pretty much done everything but pitched and caught through 4 years as a Lynchburg Hornet. Part of that's they want his bat in the lineup. Watches ball 2 there. Schaefer just 232 so far this year, but he has stolen 9 bags. When he gets on, he wreaks havoc on the base paths. Watches a strike there. Cassidy set. Deep breath and the pitch. That's ball 3 high. 3 balls, 1 strike to Parker Schaefer. Left-hander delivers. That one hit hard out to right center. Nobody's going to get there, and that's going to be down for extra bases. Schaefer around first, round second. He's going for 3. The relay will not be in time, not nearly, and Parker Schaefer dives into third base with a 2-out triple. Good piece of hitting there by the Hornet leadoff man. That's his first triple of the season. And he's just 90 feet from home plate with Garrett Jackson up to bat. Lynchburg trying to put a dent in this 6-2 Christopher Newport lead. Jackson homered in the first and grounded out to short in the third. RBI opportunity here with 2 out in the 5th. First pitch swinging, fouled back. That may have put a hole in somebody's windshield. Those with the foresight not to park down in the Wake Fieldhouse parking lot on baseball game days generally do not regret that decision. That one chopped foul. Good hands by Avery Neves over there to keep it from rattling around in the dugout. 0-2 now to Jackson. Schaefer the runner on third. Cassidy the pitch. Misses high, 1-2. Sun shining here on a beautiful day at Fox Field. Temperatures in the 70s. Slight breeze. Cassidy, the pitch fouled off again. 1-2. The count will remain to Garrett Jackson. Just 4 hits on the day for the Hornets. Cassidy the pitch. Missed in the dirt. Appeal to the first base umpire. He did not go. So now 2's across the top of the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. CNU 6, Lynchburg 2. Hornets looking to cut the deficit down. Jackson swings hard right through it. O'Brien, the catcher, over to first, and Christopher Newport will get out of trouble. Nothing doing for the Hornets in the 5th, despite the 2-out triple by Parker Schaefer. It remains Christopher Newport 6, Lynchburg 2 through 5 innings. This is Hornet Baseball on LHSN. Back here at James C. Fox Field for the top of the 6th inning. Christopher Newport leading the Lynchburg Hornets 6-2. And we got a pitching change for Lynchburg. Kendrick Creasy on, as you see on your screen. Number 31, the right-hander. Transfer from Barton College in North Carolina. Making his 4th appearance for Lynchburg this year. Creasy hoping his fortunes improve. 15 ERA through those 3 innings. 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. So Creasy looking to be a little more effective here against the Christopher Newport offense. And he'll start off with the number 8 hitter, Cam Wallace. First baseman struck out in the 2nd and laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 4th, so he's 0 for 1. Creasy taking over in relief from the starter, Michael Reiskind. First pitch fouled back, 0-1. Reiskind went 5 innings, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, only 3 of them earned, however. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts for the senior right-hander. Creasy, the 6-foot right-hander from Waldorf, Maryland, misses there, ball 1. Wearing number 31. Long hold and the pitch in there. 1-2 now. Wallace, one of several freshmen in the lineup. Creasy the pitch. Wallace check swing. Did not go. 2-2 pitch just misses. 3-2. Creasy set, and the payoff pitch misses, ball 4. Leadoff walk, and the 4th straight inning CNU has put the leadoff man on base. That'll bring up Braden Hodges. Third baseman has singled and walked. Hornets yet to get Mr. Hodges out. Greasy first pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Pace of play has slowed down here a little bit in the 6th. Both teams a little more intentional about what's going on. Greasy checks the runner. Delivers home. Breaking ball misses inside. Greasy the sign and the set. The 1-1. Fastball in there. Martin runs through the signs. Creasy agrees with him on something. Now they're set. 1-2. Just missed outside. 2-2. Creasy a little double take on that. Wanted that call. Checks the runner. And throws home. Fastball in the dirt. Nice job by Martin to keep that in front. And hold Wallace at first base. Full count now for the second straight hitter, Kendrick Creasy. Checks Wallace at first. Comes set. And pitches. That one grounded to short, long. Over to Alvanos for 1. Alvanos the turn, not in time. Hornets will get 1 out in the inning. Oh, and the field umpire has called interference on Wallace, the base runner, saying he did not go directly into second base, so that will go down as a double play. Umpires making a lot of calls on the base paths today. Honestly, did not see what happened after the play, and Alvanos got the throw off on the turn just fine. But the official saw something he didn't like. And I'm not exactly sure what the Division III rule is. So anyway, it'll go down as the 6-4-3 double play. And here is the top of the Christopher Newport order. Center fielder Connor Clark. Watch strike 1, then watches ball 1. Creasy set and the 1-1. That one chop foul, 1-2. Two outs in the inning, nobody on after the double play. Interference aided double play. Breaking ball nowhere close there, 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on in the air to left field. Neves, a long way to run. He was playing away from the line. That will fall in foul ground. The left fielder with no chance to have a play on that, as far in the gap as he was playing. So the count will stay 2-2. A little battle brewing here between Creasy, the reliever, and Clark, the leadoff hitter for CNU. Creasy set and the pitch. That one chopped in the ground. Long comes up, gets the short hop. Strong throw across, and that will do it for the Captains in the 6th inning. Couple of nice defensive plays there by the freshman shortstop, Ryan Long. And Lynchburg puts up a 0 for the first time since the 2nd. Through 5.5 here, it's CNU 6, Lynchburg 2. This is Hornet Baseball on LHSN. Back for the bottom of the 6th inning, Lynchburg baseball on LHSN. Mark Robertson riding here with you. Hornets looking at a 6-2 deficit there, and Christopher Newport. Jay Cassidy is rolling on the mound for the Captains. 3 straight shutout innings after allowing a run apiece in the 1st and 2nd. Now he's ahead 0-1 on Kinston Carson, the Lynchburg center fielder. Carson skids back out of the way of that one. 1-1 now the count. To the graduate student who is choked up on his bat in his left-handed batting stance. Carson 1 for 2. Slides back out of the way of that one too. Now 2-1. Wonder how much gas Cassidy, the freshman, still has in the tank. The left-hander is 3rd on the CNU team in innings pitched this season. This is their high, 3-1 now. This is his 5th start of the year, 7th appearance overall. He does have 1 save. And there's a 5-pitch walk issued to Carson to lead off 6th. Lynchburg as a team has had a knack for late heroics here. Hornets are still undefeated at home this year, though that streak is certainly in jeopardy here today. Lynchburg 12-0 on Fox Field, including a lot of wins of the come-from-behind variety. Most recently, Sunday against Eastern Mennonite, down 1-0 late, came back for a 2-1 victory. Big hit there by Carson, the man who just walked and is standing off first base. Cassidy in, strike one on Avery Neves. Lynchburg's big slugger is 0 for 2. He flew out to center and popped up to second. Looking for a big hit here to be the catalyst for some Lynchburg offense. Cassidy set, checks the runner Carson at first. Pitch is in the dirt and gets away. Good read by Carson, and he'll move up to second. Double plays out of order now. CNU trying to argue that it was a foul ball. I did see Neves check swing, but I didn't see or hear any contact with the bat. And the umpires are going to get together to discuss it. All sorts of speculation going on there. Neves, the hitter, and O'Brien, the catcher, and somebody said it was a foul ball. Coach Jones is coming over to say who? Getting an explanation there from the home plate umpire, but it will be a strike and a foul ball as they sent Kinston Carson back to first. Coach Jones not happy with the explanation he's gotten. I say up here it was not obvious. So the count is 0-2 to Avery Neves, nobody out. Kinston Carson, the runner at first, gets his lead back. I'm not certain I've ever seen that happen where the catcher says, wait, it was a foul ball, and the umpires get together and agree with him. It is something, though, as having umpired quite a bit, that you can miss at times. Cassidy the pitch, this one in the dirt. That time not fouled off. And it is now 1-2. Cassidy set. Long look over at Carson. Runner on the move. That one hits Neves. And Lynchburg will have runners on first and second with nobody out. So after the foul ball controversy and sending Carson back to first base on what would have been a wild pitch, if not for the apparent foul ball, Lynchburg has 2 men aboard, and Gavin Collins, third baseman, up to bat. Timeout called by Christopher Newport. And it'll be a mound visit. Cassidy has been just tremendous for CNU so far. Aside from the first inning home run by Garrett Jackson, he's allowed just 3 other hits. And not more than 1 in an inning. So this is the first time he's been under any kind of stress on the base paths with less than 2 out. Did give up the 2-out triple to Parker Schaefer last inning. And responded to strike Jackson out for what then was probably the biggest out of the game for the CNU defense. This one will be a little more challenging. First and second, the base runners stand. Nobody out. CNU leads 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning here. Gavin Collins in the box for the home team, the freshman third baseman looking to do some damage. Cassidy, the left-hander, set. And first pitch, strike 1. Oh and 1 the count to Collins. Carson, the runner at second. Neves, the runner at first. Neither being held on. Breaking ball again, this time misses low. Lucas Jones giving the signs. to his 2 leading base stealers on the bags. Wouldn't expect either of them to run here in this particular situation. Breaking ball in there. Excuse me, it must have missed high. It's ball 2. Like Cassidy bent that one right into the zone, but I guess it was up at the letters. Hitters count now for Collins. Cassidy, the pitch. 2-1 hit hard down the line. Foul off the bat. Now it's 2-2. Hornets need a productive at bat out of their freshman third baseman here. CNU still leading 6-2. Running out of outs to give is Lynchburg. Cassidy, long look back at Carson at second. Pitches home. That one again fouled off over toward the Hornet dugout. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. The pitch is back to the backstop, and the runners will move up 90 feet. Cassidy a little too worried about the base runners. Couldn't pick up his target. He put that one in the dirt. So it's a full count to Collins. Carson now at third, Neves at second, and nobody out. First time we've really seen the CNU starter labor in this ball game. Freshman has been fantastic. Gets the sign. Back at Neves at second, and that one hit to center field. That should get at least 1 run in. Nobody's going to get to it. And Kinston Carson will come home for the 3rd run of the ball game. Neves up just 1 as he had to stay put near the bag. Coach Jones upset at the base running there, but kind of a nice job by Clark in center to deke him as he had held the glove up like he might have a shot to catch it. Either way, that's an RBI single for Gavin Collins. And here is Riley O'Donovan. Well, before we get to Riley, we'll have a pitching change here for the captains. I'll tell you about who the new arm is when we come back. It is 6-3 CNU. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Lynchburg Baseball on LHSN. New pitcher for Christopher Newport is Danny Chikowski, sophomore from Fairfax, Virginia, making his 10th appearance of the season. It's quite a few in just 22 games. He has been touched up a little bit, a 5.73 earned run average. No wins, no losses. No saves for the reliever. Chikowski coming in a tight spot, as Everett McGill would say. Nobody out, runners on first and third for Lynchburg. CNU still holds the lead, 6-3. Riley O'Donovan, the freshman DH, is up to bat. Neves, the runner on third. Collins just had the RBI single. He's at first. Chikowski's first pitch, fouled back by O'Donovan. Freshman wearing number 19. Both Fairfax County natives here, the pitcher and the hitter. O'Donovan from Reston, Virginia. Right-hander comes set, and the pitch. That one hit sharply but foul down the third base line. O'Donovan just a little early on it. Now he's in an 0-2 hole. Anything to the outfield will score a run. Neves with good speed on third. Collins also good speed on first. Collins is 8 for 10 on stolen bags this year. Not going there. Good thing, too. Pitch out. Misses for ball one. A little cat and mouse here by two teams that like to run. Chikowski, to his credit, come in and doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Fill up the strike zone, pitch to contact. If you get out of it with no more runs, that's fine. Breaking ball there, trying to get O'Donovan to chase, and he missed. It's 2-2. But if you're CNU, you'd definitely trade the run for 2 outs on a ground ball double play here. If you're Lynchburg, you want to stay out of that double play. A sac fly would do nicely. Base hit even better. Chikowski set, and the pitch. Breaking ball, hit sharply to third, and that will be the double play. 5-4-3. So O'Donovan will bring the run in, but not collect the RBI, of course. Grounded into the double play. But it is 6-4 now. Lynchburg inching closer. Credit where it's due there to Braden Hodges, who did a nice job handling a sharply hit ground ball. Gave a perfect feed over to second. PJ Alvanos, 2 out, nobody on for the junior. Second baseman watches that one miss high. 1-0. Alvanos, always the best walk-up music on the Lynchburg team. All 3 of his years. This year it's one of the old Taylor Swift songs. Might have thrown the pitcher Chikowski off a little bit. He can't find the strike zone now, 2-0. And check swing, strike one on Alvanos. CNU just one pitch from getting out of this thing. Well, still one pitch from getting out of it. Swing and a miss there. 2-2. 2 runs home for the Hornets. 6-4 is the score of the ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning. Chikowski the pitch, and that one chopped foul. Oscar Garcia slides out of the way of it. Hornets first base coach. Count remains 2-2 to PJ Alvanos. Annapolis, Maryland native. Watches that fastball miss just high. 3-2. Alvanos had a hit last time up. Then he was caught stealing to end the 4th inning. Payoff pitch. In the dirt and ball 4. So PJ will find his way aboard for the 2nd time in this game. And here comes Chris Martin. Martin is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error that ended up bringing the Hornets' 2nd run of the ballgame home. That was back in the, in the 2nd inning. We'll look at strike 1 there from Chakowski. Alvanos the lead, Chakowski the sign, and the set. Breaking ball back up the middle. Nobody's going to get to it. That one will have eyes through the infield. And there is Chris Martin's first hit of the ball game. Lynchburg a little more brewing here with 2 down. Alvanos walked. Now he's at 2nd after the Chris Martin seeing eye single. And here comes the number 9 hitter, Ryan Long. Long's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up, last inning. Freshman has had a knack for timely hitting this season. 16 RBI in just 25 games. Ball in the gap. May or may not tie the game. Martin not the best speed at first, but not being held on. That one's chopped over to 3rd. Hodges will go to 2nd for out number 3, and Lynchburg unable to inch any closer. But the Hornets do push 2 across here in the 6th and chase the starter, Jay Cassidy, from the ballgame. Heading to the 7th inning now. It's Christopher Newport 6, Lynchburg 4. This is Hornet Baseball on LHSN. Headed now into the 7th inning. Christopher Newport leading Lynchburg 6-4. You're in non-conference Division III baseball action. First pitch swinging is Fisher. Shortstop grounds it to his counterpart, Ryan Long. And 1 pitch, 1 out for the Hornets here in the top of the 7th. That one hit right on the button, but 1 hop to Long. Fisher at some point, I'm sure that will even out. He'll have a blooper that'll land. Tends to happen that way. And there's a called strike by Creasy on a breaking ball that appeared to be in the dirt. Eric O'Brien turns around and says, hey, my guy get that call next half inning? Creasy catches the outside corner with that fastball, and it's quickly 0-2 to the captain's catcher. Creasy working from the stretch despite the bases being empty. Breaking ball there. O'Brien upset at himself for getting out of the way of it. Would have been a free pass to first. But instead, 1-2. That one fouled off. Some weird spin. Could have carried it back into play there. Well, I guess it was off Chris Martin, so never mind. Everybody out to check on Chris. O'Brien, of course, the opposing catcher, understands that. And classy move there by the home plate umpire to go out and give Creasy a new ball, take his time back. Chris says he's cool. A little bit of action in the bullpen. Angel Collazo up again is the left-hander. Collazo was getting loose earlier in the game. Lynchburg instead elected to go with Creasy, first one out of the pen, after Michael Reiskind went 5 innings. 1-2 now, 1 out. Fastball misses high, 2-2. Creasy came on in relief, walked the first man he faced, and then got a double play ball and another ground out for a 1-2-3 6th inning. O'Brien fouls that one back, so the count stays 2-2. Good job by O'Brien there to recognize that pitch might have been off the plate a little bit, but that call's been going that way all game. Got to fight that one off. Boy, you think that bat's been used enough there by O'Brien? All the DeMarini logos and everything worn off of it. Still works, though, as that one's hit to right field. Schaefer ranging back on it, makes a nice play after a poor read to begin. Good recovery there by Parker and right. Those balls are tough off the end of the bat. They tail away from you a little more than usual. Parker did a nice job adjusting to it, and, of course, the wind blowing out that way, too. And here comes Travis Beasley to make the pitching change for the Hornets. So, 5 outs out of Kendrick Creasy. And now we'll see Collazo, I believe. It will be. I'll tell you about Angel after a quick break here. This is Hornet Baseball on LHSN. There you are looking at the new wing for the Lynchburg Hornets. Angel Collazo, left-hander, making his 8th appearance of the 2021 season. He's got a 2.45 earned run average. No wins, 1 loss on the decision tree. Of course, we all know decisions are an antiquated stat. But for some reason, I'm still reading them off the stat sheet, so got that going for us. Just 2 earned runs in 7 1/3 innings for the left-hander. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Coming in here, relatively low-pressure situation and nobody on base. 2 outs, he just needs to get 1. Get the Hornets back in the dugout. But that one is Kyle Schofield. Captain's cleanup man and right fielder is having a rough day at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. But, of course, Schofield hits cleanup for a reason. Entered today with 307 batting average, 2 homers, 20 RBI. So quite capable of, with one swing, adding to the captain's 6-4 lead. Collazo, as I said, his 8th appearance. The sophomore out of North Carolina, the Cary area, Green Hope High. Lynchburg had good luck with young men out of Green Hope recently. Luke Romeo, the 3-point sharpshooter for the men's basketball team, just completed a fine career here. Also a Green Hope alum. And Collazo in there with strike 1. Left-on-left matchup, which is Lyon Hill's in the ball game. That one hit to middle center field. Drifting over toward right center is Carson, and he'll make the play. 2 pitches, and Collazo does his job. Does it efficiently. It's 6-4 Christopher Newport. 7th inning stretch time at Fox Field. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network.
Time for the bottom of the 7th inning. Joe Hutzler joining the broadcast now with Mark Robertson and more of a traditional analyst role for us.
Nice of you to join us, Joe.
Yeah, man, it's good to be wanted for sure. And most importantly, thank you for filling in during all this time. Excellent work by yourself, and I'll try to catch up as quickly as possible as we see Parker Schaefer at the plate. Chakowski still on the mound. Hornets down by 2. After giving up 3 to start the game. First pitch taken for a strike. 3 in the first given up, then 1 apiece in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Lynchburg with 1 apiece in the 1st and 2nd, and most recently 2 runs in the 6th inning.
And a good scoring opportunity here, of course. Top of the order up in Schaefer. Schaefer is 1 for 3 on the day. He tripled, but was stranded at 3rd there in the 5th.
Last week when we were here, Schaefer had that excellent bunt in a pinch hit situation to help the Hornets defeat the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. And swings through for strike 2 this time. Chakowski ahead 1-2.
Yeah, the Hornets, as you just alluded to, not without some late inning heroics this year, especially on Fox Field. They're 12-0 for a reason.
Looking for more right now. Chakowski needs a little breather.
I think O'Brien messed up the signs there. He was telling him to run through him again. The catcher, that is.
And Schaefer lays off away in the dirt. 2-run lead, 2-hit advantage as well for CNU right now. 8-6 in that department. Each team not having the cleanest of days, and errors 2 for CNU and 3 for Lynchburg. As Chakowski delivers the 2-2, it's hit down the right field line. Over to Snagit. At the wall, in foul territory for out number 1.
And that's actually the new right fielder, Scott Crossan Crossan had played left to start the game and just moved over, so the ball will find you when you go into an uncomfortable fielding situation, and that's a really tremendous play there by Crossan. It's a weird shape down in the corner there with the warning track and that kind of half fence that you can go over. That's a really tough play, and he made it textbook.
That brings up for the Hornets Garrett Jackson with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th.
Jackson homered in the first for the first of Lynchburg's 4 runs. See strike 1 there.
1 for 3 so far. The run scored. A constant threat at the plate for the opponents. Always likes to go for the big ball, though. Not so much looking for a single. Last week we saw him just swinging at anything that was close. Pretty aggressive at the plate is Garrett Jackson.
Well, and of course it's paid off for him this year to the tune of eight homers, and again at the top of the ODAC leaderboard, near the top of the ODAC leaderboard, and runs driven in.
Behind in this count, 1-2.
Could have been more aggressive there, Joe.
Yeah, and he knew it. He shook his head. He knew that was the one to go after.
Got to credit Chikowski coming in a tough situation last half, just throwing strikes. That's how you get out of trouble.
Trying to get Jackson to chase. Not that time. Two on the way. Just high in the zone. Could have gone either way on that one.
Yeah, Jackson probably his Adam's apple up in his throat there for a second.
Full count. Payoff pitch on the way. Chikowski curves it in for strike 3.
Yeah, frozen with the curveball, and Garrett knew it before it hit the mitt. There's just nothing he could do about it at that point. Nice pitch by Chikowski.
That's the first K of his day. And it brings up the graduate student, Kinston Carson, for the Hornets. Carson today, 1 for 2. The run scored and a walk, also a strikeout. I found out today, thanks to Coach Garcia, Lynchburg is #1 in the country in walks.
Really? Leads the country in walks?
Leads the country in walks, yep.
And
hit by pitch.
If you'd ask me a trivia question, say what do we lead the country in, I'd probably say stolen bases.
We do that as well. You're exactly right on that. He said those 3 categories. Lynchburg is #1.
Unearned runs allowed?
He probably wasn't trying to promote that one.
Well, I call him like we see him around here. But walks and hit by pitch, too. What do you know? Of course, we've also been lucky. We've been able to get in a lot more games than a lot of Division IIIs.
Yes.
All the crazy weather and COVID. Nice play.
Great snag at first, and it's 3 batters up and down here in the bottom of the 7th. Hornets still trail by 2, 6-4 on LHSN. Top of the 8th, first pitch from Collazo is good for a strike. So keeping him in after 2 pitches in the last inning to get the 3rd out. Lynchburg's bullpen is full at the moment as they continue to go through the roster and give everybody some chances on the mound with a conference opponent tomorrow, Virginia Wesleyan coming into Fox Field.
Yeah, Joe, this is one of those weeks you're feeling pretty good that you have pitching depth. Everything that's going on, playing a tough opponent here in CNU and 3 key conference games.
One-two count as we look at Christopher Newport's Scott Crossan. 0 for 2 today, but 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored as Long's not able to scoop that one up. Crossan will make it to first base. Didn't, maybe an instance where he should have used the backhand. Just a weird ball to play for Long.
Well, either way, you got to work ground up there on that and keep that ball in front of you at least. Even if you get a weird hop, he saw the space between his glove and the ground where it went. That's see what that scoring decision goes down at. I think Crossan would have made it a close play, but one of those 50-50s.
Well, either way, Jay Cassidy at the plate now. 2 for 3 this afternoon with 2 RBIs.
Cassidy also the starting pitcher in this game for CNU. Went 5+ strong innings. Fell off a little bit there in the 6th before he was taken out.
Doubled to left center in the top of the 1st, and then singled up the middle for his other RBI in the 5th. Has a man over at first trying to move him along. Nobody out, 1-1 count. Collazo comes set, delivers, and swinging through for strike 2 is Cassidy.
Good breaking ball there by Collazo. Saw that thing kind of just sweep around.
One-two, foul tip into the glove, and we got 1 out on the board in the top of the 8th.
Job by Chris Martin there, and an even better breaking ball by Angel. You want that late break, right? That it looks like it's going to do something, and then that last 10 feet to the plate, it does something else. 2 good pitches there by Collazo.
Ethan Weaver, the second baseman, stepping in 1 for 3 today, and Chris Martin wants to chat things over with his pitcher. With a runner at first, 1 out, Hornets down by 2, and Coach Beasley will come out as well.
This might turn into a pitching change.
I think it is because I think they were the lefty on lefty, and then now we're going back to a righty. So there's 1 less pitcher in the bullpen. I mean, someone's coming out.
Yeah, it looks like it's Brandon Hotelin. And it is.
Junior out of Moseley, Virginia, is the next Hornet to step on the mound. We will let him warm up and we'll let ourselves catch up on more about him and the rest of the game, which is coming up on LHSN. Brendan Hotelin on the mound, third on the team in appearances this season with 10. This will be number 11. 0.75 ERA through 12 innings pitched. He's given up 7 hits. Has 15 Ks as well. Pretty good for a reliever.
Yeah, Joe. Brandon has really come into the season and turned himself into one of the go-to guys in the back end of this bullpen. That's why he's coming into a game with guys on base and a 6-4 ball game late. But Brendan's done a nice job. I know pitching staff is really happy with him, coaching staff. Going to be asked to get a couple big outs here for the Hornets, try to keep this a 2-run ball game.
Inheriting a runner at first to deal with defensively.
And that did go down as an error, Joe, on the shortstop Long.
That's 4 errors today for the Hornets as Ethan Weaver steps back in. First pitch he'll see from Hotelin. Not yet. Quick throw to first to keep Crossan honest. Crossan is 3 for 3 on the season in stolen base attempts. Now Hotelin brings it home, and it's a strike.
Yeah, working a breaking ball in there early. Used to only see that, Joe, guys pitching people backward, meaning you start with the breaking ball and then go to the fastball. Used to only see that with the top couple spots in the order. I know when I hit 9 a lot in college, I saw a lot of fastballs. And now you see it just about everywhere. Guys know how to hit fastballs.
I like the 9th spot. I know it doesn't get a lot of love, but you can really charge the top of the order. If you get on base, you get a nice hit.
Yeah, I always enjoyed it. And, you get on base, chances are you're going to score a little more.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, with the top of the order next up. That's true. 1-1, fouled away.
But let's be honest, I was hitting 9 because I didn't have any power.
You said it. I didn't. I never saw
Just going to own up to it.
Okay. Your own assessment. I got you.
I mean, you can look at the goose egg in the home run category, and it's pretty easy to figure it out.
Yeah, most likely. 1-2 count with a runner at first, and 1 out on the big board. Hotelin the righty, Weaver the righty. The pitch, Crossan goes, and Martin was thinking about the throw to second as the ball got away from him just a bit high and outside. So Crossan will be 4 for 4 on the year on his stolen base attempts.
Well, and Chris shouldn't beat himself up too much anyway. That base was stolen.
So it's 2-2 count after that.
They always say, Joe, you steal bases on the pitcher, not on the catcher. And Crossan just had Hotelin timed there.
And that is a called strike 3. Down goes Weaver. Strikeout of the season for Hotelin.
And that's one where you feel a little bad for Weaver, but the strike zone's been wide all day. It's the 7th inning. Excuse me, it's the 8th inning. You know that by now, point being.
Here comes Cameron Wallace, first baseman. Made a nice play a couple innings ago defensively and trying to bring his buddy Crossan in from second base with 2 outs.
Wallace with a sac bunt and a walk. So productive at bats from the number 8 hole.
Wallace does not have an RBI on the year. This one would be pretty big. Nice insurance if he could bring Crossan in with that first pitch from Hotelin in a great spot for strike 1.
Well, that was his pitch to do it if he'd been sitting off speed. Turned into a pretty center-cut curveball.
Oh, 1 on its way. Swinging through for strike 2 is Wallace.
See Hotelin just living with it now. Off speed.
Stiff breeze picks up out of left field and third base. So everyone pauses for a moment. Now we go back to work. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Once again, breaking ball, but it misses low.
Infield playing back, outfield playing in.
No pressure at second base. Looking back at Cross and his Hotelin. Now delivers. Swinging through. One more. This time it's to end the inning. Hotelin with 2 strikeouts in the 8th. Lynchburg 6 outs remaining on offense to see if they can pull off yet another comeback. Don't go anywhere. We're right back here on LHSN. And we're back here at Fox Field on the campus of University of Lynchburg. A very beautiful day for baseball, and we hope that you had a good day at work, and now you can finish it off with a nice showing of ball and bat. Lynchburg down by 2. Some momentum picked up in the 6th inning, and now their biggest hitter steps up, trying to start a rally for the Hornets in the 8th.
Yeah, Joe, in the 8th inning, it's kind of been Lynchburg's thing this year at home. Had a stretch of 5 straight games where they scored multiple runs in the 8th earlier this year.
First pitch from Chakowski in there for strike 1. And Neves sends it to left field. Nice speed on it. Getting back at the warning track, though, and making the catch is Riley. Brief moment of hope here at Fox Field.
Well, he certainly got the barrel on it, Joe, just not enough lift.
Next up, it'll be Gavin Collins for the Hornets. 1 for 3 today with an RBI and a strikeout against him.
Collins, that arguably had Lynchburg's biggest hit to this point. There's the Jackson homer in the first. But
goes after that breaking ball and sends it straight up into center. Short center, caught. Nice run to get out there in time for Weaver. Makes up for that strikeout at the plate with a nice catch with the sun staring him right back into his face.
Yeah, Joe, and that's a tough play. Center fielder really ought to call Weaver off on that, but good job by the second baseman to range out there. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Hornets.
Dylan Fisher, sophomore out of Haymarket, Virginia. Stepping up with 2 outs on the board. Giving you a lefty batter here for the Hornets. Fisher, 276 this season. This is his 30th appearance of the year. 6 RBIs, 8 hits in those previous 29 at-bats. First pitch, low in the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, not the one you want to swing at first pitch. It's okay for Dylan to look at that.
Chakowski misses outside. One, 2 outs.
Sense a little bit of these tense moments, Joe. You see guys stepping off the mound, stepping out of the box.
And Fisher found one away.
Trying to slow the heart rate down a little bit, right? Don't let the moment take control.
1-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fisher goes after it. Might have to put him on Coach Reverka's team.
But did a good job spoiling a good pitch there. Fisher trying to put together a good competitive at-bat here. It's been good so far. Just can't let anything get by you now. See how far he is choked up on the bat there, Joe. He's trying to shorten up, make contact. Good speed so he can motor down the line, beat something out.
1-2, chopped again. And Fisher doing a great job of extending this at bat, knowing how important it is to the team's chances in the bottom of the 8th.
Saw this last night in the Lynchburg softball game, Joe, where Shea Allheight had the big pinch hit walk, worked the count, and Lynchburg ended up winning that game.
Scored 2 in the 7th, right? Top
2 in the 7th, yeah. They were down 1 going into it. And
held on for a big sweep of Roanoke.
Always big when you sweep Roanoke.
That's true. That's true. Even more important this late in the season for them. They'll be back in action tomorrow from Moon Field as the 2-2 gets off the body of Fisher. A rare mistake for Chakowski so far, and it puts Lynchburg's hopes back up a little bit.
Yeah, first base runner Chakowski's allowed since the Martin single 2 innings ago. Guy's done really well in relief, and this might be his day.
Yeah, we're going to come out and potentially make this change on the mound for CNU. And if so, we will let the next pitcher warm up. Looking down at the bullpen. Yep, they're going to bring in the lefty, I guess, based on the arm motion of the coach. Single digit, that's all I can see from here. Nope, maybe double.
The numbers on the front of their jerseys are quite small.
Yeah, and they're so close together.
Yeah. Well, Joe, I can tell you this. Ethan Morotsky's pinch running at first for the Hornets.
Matt Gaither, freshman out of Midlothian, Virginia, number 31, is the reliever.
There we go.
On the mound, thanks to the camera crew for having the back of his jersey that we could look at. He'll come in inheriting 2 outs with a runner at first, a pinch runner, that is, as Mark just said. We'll let him warm up and let us calm down. Back in a moment. So once again, runner at first, and PG Alvanos will be at the plate for Matt Gaither. On the mound in relief, has already gone against this Hornet lineup before this season, and that 4-1 victory for Lynchburg at CNU didn't last long, just 1 inning after giving up 3 earned runs, including a home run that was a catalyst for the Hornets' victory that day.
A little redemption opportunity there, right, for Gaither?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. This series is not very long. First meeting was 1998. This is the 12th meeting since then, but the last 4 have been split between the 2 programs at 2 apiece.
And, of course, Joe, like I said, much less about redemption for Gaither and more about the left-on-left matchup with Alvanos, I'd say.
2 outs. Gaither just needs to get 1. And brings it in for strike 1.
It's a shrewd move there, Joe, by the CNU coaching staff to bring in the lefty. Almost all of Lynchburg's pinch hitting options at this point are left-handed off the bench. Thinking Avery Combs, Jackson Harding, the guys who have not been in this game, all left-handed bats.
That one just got in on the edge at the very end. And Alvanos in a quick hole, 0-2. Again, 2 outs, runner over at first. Alvanos goes for that one to keep the at-bat alive and keep Chris Martin guessing on deck as he sports his bottom half of catcher equipment.
Alvanos struck out 9 times, 56 at-bats. Or this is his 56th at-bat, excuse me.
0-2 pitch. Low and outside. For ball 1.
Close miss there by Gaither. That's a good pitch.
I haven't been here long, but I've seen it call a strike as well. So,
well, and sometimes with umpires it's different. It depends on what side of the catcher you're setting up on. So you might give the lefty the inside part of the plate.
Very good point. As the 1-2 is in the dirt, runners going and sliding in safe to scoring position.
Good read by Maratsky. That's why he's in the game, right? Be aggressive. Good base running there by the freshman.
Second stolen base of the season for the freshman. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Lynchburg down by 2. That's the magic number at the moment. Alvanos, 10 RBIs this year, has a chance for another. Here comes the pitch. Alvanos goes for it. Heads down to first. The throw is in time, and CNU survives the adversity late in the 8th. So Lynchburg will try to hold the Captains to just 6 runs as they've got one more chance on offense coming up in the bottom of the 9th. We're just about done here at Fox Field. Back in a moment.
D'Ambrosio.
So while we were away, you're seeing Filthy Phil D'Ambrosio on the mound, warming up. 3rd appearance of the season, and for the first time since March 2nd at Methodist, it was just 1/3 of an inning that day. Gave up 2 hits. He has a tall task at hand, perhaps, trying to keep the Captains within reach as they lead by 2.
Facing 9-1-2 in the order is D'Ambrosio.
Braden Hodges, 3rd baseman for the Captains, takes the first pitch for a ball. Hodges 1 for 2. so far today. And Ambrosio, that's the trick. You lose the hat, you get the strike.
Yeah, I called that from Grayson Thurman, didn't
Yep.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I remember when Grayson was a freshman and like, man, do something with your hat. Every pitch, it was falling off.
Worked again just now.
Yep. Started to slide off. Keep the hair short. Maybe it's working. 1-2 delivery to Hodges. Good contact. Long is there. And it bounces away from the shortstop. Rough day in that spot for number 4.
Yeah, that's a play you got to make, Joe, in this situation.
The center fielder, number 1, Connor Clark.
If you're D'Ambrosio, you just got to get by it, right? Get another one. And that time it turns into 2 outs.
And as you stated, we go to the top of the order now with Connor Clark playing center field today. This will be his 5th at bat.
Clark's still looking for his first hit today. He has reached a couple times, one on an error, one on a fielder's choice.
Pretty good throw by Martin, just a bit late.
Gutsy throw by Martin. I don't know if I make that throw. A 2-run deficit.
See, I'm calling it as I see it. You're the one thinking like, oh, that's probably not the best thing.
With Garrett Jackson, who hasn't played a whole lot of first base this year.
Yeah, good point.
Hey, you know what, though? It was right on point.
Mm-hmm. Bunt laid down. Hard one back to D'Ambrosio. Clean throw to first. And job done for everyone involved. Lynchburg needed to get that out. CNU needed to move the runner over.
Yeah, good sacrifice there by Clark. And I don't mind this if you're CNU, assuming you can get the run in. You know, Clark's a guy who fast enough, he's going to put pressure on the defense, and even a routine bunt situation like that. So it could turn into something good. And worst case scenario, got an insurance run now on second.
Jonathan Fisher at the plate for the Captains. Shortstop is 1 for 4 with a run scored. And Martin does a great job keeping that ball in front and keeping the runner at second.
Joe, I don't think I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Fisher, 4 home runs on the season. Leads the Christopher Newport team.
1-0 is now 2-0 for Fisher.
Certainly no slight on Jonathan here, but doesn't look like the kind of guy who would lead his team in home runs.
Definitely not.
You told me you let him in hits? Absolutely.
He's pretty close coming into today. Second on the team in hits with 25, tied with Connor Clark.
Well, you don't hit second for a team like
Right.
Christopher Newport if you can't hit, so. Which, of course, is probably part of the reason Phil's got 3-0 on him here. Trying to be careful with the guy.
Sends it down, outside, ball 4. And now the Captains with 2 runners on will bring up the beefy Eric O'Brien.
O'Brien with 3 singles already today. Really, almost all the damage for CNU has been O'Brien and Cassidy.
O'Brien adding an RBI today to his team-leading 23. Second on the team in average with 333 before this afternoon.
Number 5, Eric O'Brien.
1 out, 2 runners on at first and second. D'Ambrosio trying to finish things off here for Lynchburg. Keeping it at 2 runs deficit. And that one stays up high, never broke low like he wanted it to.
Can't fall behind 2-0 here. Of course, O'Brien knows that, so he's going to have the green light.
And works back, does D'Ambrosio for strike 1.
That's a big pitch there. I know it didn't feel like it this early in the count, but in this situation, you really needed to come back with a strike there, and one that he wasn't going to put the barrel on, too.
One on its way. Martin sets up outside. That's where the ball was placed. Deemed too low or maybe too far outside. Not sure. So it's 2-1 now. D'Ambrosio comes set. Looks back to second. Delivers. And it's hit out to right field. Schaefer camps underneath. Makes the catch. Runner stays. And we keep it a 6-4 game with 2 outs now.
Nice job by Schaefer out there, especially for somebody who hasn't played a ton of corner outfield. Did a good job getting up behind it enough, make a good throw in, and hold the runner at second there. That's big.
Alec Riley, just one previous at bat today.
Riley took over in left field.
Two outs, 2 runners on. And a 2-run lead for the Captains in their first visit to Fox Field since 2007. They won that day too. Trying to do it today. And I think that one may have gone off the foot. No, maybe not. Riley frustrated that it didn't.
Yeah, frustrated that yeah. That's exactly what it is. He said, man, I could have loaded the bases up here.
That's just a human nature thing, though. When you put your feet up like that, I mean.
Not to mention it hurts like heck.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Got so many little bones down there in your foot and ankle.
Let's keep them all intact, shall we?
I don't blame it at all. Don't take your chances with that.
2-0 count. Runners moved on that last pitch, by the way, so 2 in scoring position. And Martin this time keeps it in front.
Job by Chris. That saved a run.
Sure did. Hodges over at third, trying to be the 7th run of the day for CNU. Lynchburg does have 2 pitchers in the pen, a righty and a lefty, warming up.
It's like it's Joe Hurwitz and Tommy Preston.
And they're just going to intentionally put Riley down there to load the bases with 2 outs. And that'll bring up number 45 on your roster sheet. Scott Cross, 46, I beg your pardon. Scott Crossan. Come across the plate twice today, 2 RBIs and 3 at-bats. First pitch misses low. Martin able to get to it, keeping Hodges at bay.
D'Ambrosio's really got to come at him here.
D'Ambrosio has not hit the strike zone in 4 pitches. Takes his time and delivers. That one low in the dirt as well. Travis Beasley doing what he can to provide support from the bullpen, or excuse me, from the dugout to D'Ambrosio. Crossan steps in. Big chance here to extend the lead and make it really tough for Lynchburg in the next half inning. D'Ambrosio, if there's contact made, would love for it to be on the ground. Unfortunately, can't keep the ball high enough off the ground, so it's a 3-0 pitch count. And answers back with a strike. Keep Crossan honest. Don't give him a free pass.
Yeah, it's that fine line here, Joe, of not wanting to serve anything over the middle of the plate that then winds up in the gap.
3-1 on its way, and it's down the line. Stays fair. That's going to score a couple. Hodges comes home And it'll be 2 runs, make it 3, as it's Crossan going all the way around for a bases-clearing triple in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, Joe, and that's a backbreaker. Just bad hop there, too. I mean, on a really hard hit ball, Jackson might not have had a chance at it anyway, but saw it caught something there and just skipped up over Garrett's head, and the rest is history.
What a day for Scott Crossan with 5 RBIs, and we're definitely getting a pitching change now for Lynchburg as they still look at a runner in scoring position over at third. They will make the change that was anticipated, and I think that's 36.
Looks like Tommy Preston, yep.
Tommy Preston, the junior out of Powhatan, Virginia, is on the mound when we come back. Hornets down 9-4 in the top of the 9th on LHSN. Two outs, runner at third. Hornets giving up 3 runs already here in the top of the 9th. And the first pitch from Preston is a called strike.
Just the second appearance of the year for Tommy Preston. Threw a scoreless inning earlier this season.
Jay Cassidy working on his chipping game. Now behind 0-2.
Cassidy got to feel good about his day.
For sure.
At the ballpark today. 2 hits. He's in line for the win on the mound.
And Preston missing by a wide margin. Now 1-2. 2 outs, just needing 1 here for Lynchburg. Try to perform another miracle late in the game on offense. 1-2 pitch coming down and swinging through it is Cassidy. Nice one from Preston. Unfortunately, the Hornets give up 3, now down by 5 with just 3 outs left to get it done. Bottom of the ninth here at Fox Field as the sun begins to set on this Tuesday evening and starting to set on Lynchburg's undefeated record at home, down by 5. And a new hitter for the Hornets, Caleb Franklin, junior out of Roanoke, Virginia, will step in for the first time today. Franklin coming up to the plate for the 7th time this year. No hits yet.
Well, now's the time for one, right?
Yeah, this would be a pretty good time for sure. As Gaither's first pitch missing outside. Once again, Gaither missing the zone. 3-0 with Ryan Long on deck for the Hornets.
Well, if ever you're going to score 6 in the 9th, this is how it starts, Joe.
Exactly, yeah. And we've seen the way this team can operate late in the game. It is certainly not out of the realm of possibility as Gaither comes back with a nice strike on the inside corner just to make things go a little bit longer here.
Can't be too passive here if you're Franklin.
And watches it stay low for ball 4.
Aggressively took that pitch.
He sure did. So Caleb Franklin at first, Ryan Long stepping up next. And the start of potential late game push has begun in a pretty good way. Ryan Long 0 for 3 today. He's had some tough moments in the field. He can make all that go away with one swing. But he'll wait at least one more pitch as Gaither continues to struggle.
Yeah, Joe, at this point, I'm probably taking first pitch until he proves he can throw first pitch strike all inning.
That time he goes back for the inside corner and hits it.
Yeah, that inside corner, that's smart. That's how you're going to get in on the handle, maybe get a double play ball. Wouldn't be surprised if they keep working in there.
1-1 pitch, chop to third, nice scoop, throw to second's good, all the way to first, and a double play to crush the dreams of Lynchburg.
Almost like I've seen this play before.
Last chance for the Hornets. 2 outs, Parker Schaefer stepping up.
Joe, 12 in a row at home is pretty incredible.
It is. I don't want to downplay that at all. It's so amazing. First pitch missing outside again from Gaither, and the way they've done it, sometimes it's been blowouts, but a lot of them have been comeback fashion. Even one of the very first ones, they were down. What was that game? 9-2 or 9-1 or something?
Oh, the Averett game way back early March.
Yeah,
I think it was 9-2 and ended up winning 11-9, something like that.
1-1 chopper, and it stays. Nope, goes foul. Thought it was played inside the line.
Great play by Eric O'Brien there. He was all over that. And he's ready to end the game with the bang, too.
It's like, man, we got a long bus ride back. I want to get out of here. One-two count with 2 outs. Schaefer awaits the pitch. Gaither delivers. And sits on the outside, but just outside the lines of that paint job.
Good take by Schaefer there.
2s across the board. And Schaefer pops it up. Shallow right. And that is the end of this one. 14 years after they did it, they do it again. CNU winner at Fox Field, this time ending the Hornets' undefeated streak at home and dropping Lynchburg, improving their own record to 16-7. Lynchburg now dropping to 22-11. Still a great showing by Lynchburg in a game that we knew was going to look different than most because of what's coming tomorrow. They trying to put their best foot forward against Virginia Wesleyan, but unfortunately they were on their back foot from the very beginning, giving up 3 runs in the first inning and just couldn't quite find the traction to complete the comeback.
Yeah, Joe, and it really just started with the defense didn't come out with the rest of the team. And, you boot a couple balls there in the first and dig yourself a hole, and it's just, you're right, it's a totally different complected ball game at that point than it could have been.
Certainly never good to have almost as many errors as hits. 6 hits, 5 errors for Lynchburg. The CNU captains, 9 hits, 2 errors. So not a perfect day, but they'll feel good on their drive back to Christopher Newport University and Newport News.
Certainly Wilt J. Cassidy, he was fantastic, good on the mound, and then obviously great clutch hitting there for the freshman. It's something to build on for him, and they're scary with a lot of the freshmen they've got in the lineup. Christopher Newport's going to be good for a long time.
No doubt about it. Good news for the Captains fans. Good news for the Hornets fans. You can see if they bounce back just tomorrow, less than 24 hours. They will be playing against the Marlins of Virginia Wesleyan here on LHSN. Hope you can tune in for that. We've also got softball action tomorrow as they play their final regular season home game of the season against Guilford College. Those are double headers tomorrow for softball and a single here tomorrow for baseball. Again, you can catch all the action all year long, all the stats, all the archive footage and records, all of that can be found at lynchburgsports.com. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Big shout out to Mark Robertson for carrying the weight most of the way through. Happy I could come in and at least carry the water for the rest of the journey back to the house. In the end, though, CNU, the victors, 9-4, their final score. We'll talk to you next time.